Namaste everyone, this is a lockdown special Yin Yoga session with me. So I will assume that you're all comfortable in your homes without any yoga props, no blocks, no bolsters, maybe not even a mat. And so I'll try and share with you a practice that requires minimal support. So I'm going to be using a single pillow. And I have a very, very thin mat, but if you have a yoga mat or you have a towel, or you could maybe use a thin duvet folded once or twice just to provide a little bit of cushioning, so anything except the hard floor. You can even use a mattress if the mattress feels quite firm and sturdy. So go ahead and take a few moments to set up your space. Grab a pillow, something to cover the floor, and I'll meet you on the mat. Alright, so we're going to start in a supine butterfly pose. So when you're ready, come onto your bottom and bring the pillow behind your bottom lengthways. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to drop out wide. And make it a wide diamond so the feet are slightly further away from the hips. And when you're ready, using your arms and elbows, slowly make your way back, laying your spine gently along the pillow. And then open the arms nice and wide, and you can have them spread just slightly away from the body or all the way out to the sides or even up overhead. So have a play with the arms and see what gives you a nice sense of the heart opening. And then when you're settled, just allow yourself to really sink into the ground and into the pillow. Become aware of your body and your breath. And start to really ground down into the present moment experience. Notice the feeling of the shape and position of your body. Notice the points of contact. Notice areas of stretching, of tension. Notice whether there's any subtle like or dislike towards the posture. And check in with your breath and start to notice what the breath is up to. And seeing if there's space to invite more calmness into the breath. To soothe the breath gently. Whenever any tensions or thoughts arise, just allow them to pass by like clouds in the sky. And staying gently with the present moment experience, wakeful, mindful, present and aware. allowing the breath to always point you back to this moment. Another minute here. Checking in to see if there are any areas that you can soften, release and surrender. And taking a slow, deep inhale into the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in to the belly. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And staying tuned in as you move, very gently allow yourself to come up from the pillow using your arms and elbows to gently ease you up. And for a moment, just stay here, resting up on your elbows. And then gently taking the pillow from behind you and placing it in front of you, keeping your legs in the same position. And then taking your hands, just scoop the flesh away from your sit bones. And then place your hands gently behind your back, so fingers on the ground, elbows drawing back towards each other, and just inhale and press the fingers down, draw the shoulders back and down, lift the heart up. And then doing that one more time on the inhale, pressing the fingers into the ground, drawing the shoulders back, lifting the heart forward, getting long in the spine. And then when you're ready, very gently drawing your chest forward over the pillow. And if you want, you can fold the pillow in half if you need something to rest your chest on. Otherwise, you can lay the pillow across your legs and see if you can lay down further towards the legs, or you can even move the pillow out the way completely if your body is able to go towards the feet. So find the right position for you. Take your time to get comfortable. You can release your arms out in front of you with the palms up, or you can place them gently along the legs, elbows resting on the legs, whatever's comfortable for you, or you can take your hands around the feet. And then once you've found your position, again, allow your whole body to sink down towards the pillow or towards the feet, sinking down towards the ground. Tuning in again to the present moment experience of your body. Noticing the shape and position of the body. Noticing any areas of stretch or tension. And just checking in to see if there's any areas of contraction or holding that you can soften into. So checking in the region of the hips. Tracking your awareness up along the spine, the back of the neck. Softening through the face, the shoulders and the arms. Whole body surrendering forward, whole body softening. Notice your feeling in the posture, whether there's a subtle like or dislike feeling. And how about the breath? What's the breath up to? And remembering that this is an open exploration, an open inquiry, a pure witnessing without analysis, thinking or judging, seeing things as they are. Establishing a sense of presence with the experience in front of you. And seeing if there's any room or space to soften the breath, to smooth out the breath, inviting a sense of calm, spacious acceptance. Few more moments here, exploring the posture with your awareness, seeing yourself clearly on the mat, noticing if your personality is up to anything. And take a deep breath in, whole body expands, and big slow sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in, whole body expands, and slow sigh out through the mouth. And when you're ready, very gently rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time. You can release the legs out in front of you and just give them a little pad and a shake and a rock from side to side. You can rest gently for a few moments on your hands, just leaning back into your hands. And taking a moment just to inquire into the sensations arising now after the posture. And now let's take a wide-legged forward fold. So when you're ready, very gently open the legs as wide as you can, keeping the heels directly down and the toes facing the sky. And you can have your pillow in front of you in case you need something to lean on. And again, just scoop the flesh out from behind your bottom and find the sit bones firmly on the ground. And we're just going to start by placing the hands slightly behind our bottoms and just rock here gently from side to side, just to loosen up the hips. And also allow the legs to rock from side to side. And maybe just bend the knees up and down a few times just to open up the hip joint. And then we're going to use our hands to very gently press into the ground as you inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine, and see if you can really lift the pelvis up and rock the pelvis forward. And then softening here on the exhale. And do that a few more times on the inhale, pressing the hands down behind you to lift the spine, the pelvis up. And then as you exhale, seeing if you can tilt the pelvis a little bit more forward, bringing the body a little bit more forward. And then last time on the inhale, pressing the hands down to lift the spine up, the pelvis up. And then exhale, gently rocking the pelvis forward, hinging at the hips. And then from here, allow your whole upper body now to gently come forward and bring your hands forward in front of you. And you can stay here resting forward on the hands, or you can see if you can lean onto the elbows. Maybe you want to rest the elbows onto the pillow, or if you can come down far enough, you can try folding the pillow in half and resting either the chest or the head on the pillow. And just making yourself as comfortable as possible here. And once you're settled, just finding your stillness, surrendering to the moment, and experiencing your body, your breath. Becoming that open witness. Notice what sensations are arising in the body. Where is the feeling of stretch and tension? Are there any areas of holding and contraction? Can you allow yourself to soften anywhere? And checking in with the breath, notice what the breath is up to. And if the breath feels erratic, irregular, or blocked in some way, just see if you can invite in a sense of calmness to the breath. And it may be that you need to adjust the position if the breath is feeling constricted, or if you're unable to relax and soften into the posture. Explore very subtle
micro adjustments so that you find the right edge for you in these postures. So we want to come to the place where we can really allow ourselves to stay calm and soft and present. And the breath is flowing freely without restriction. So just seeing where you're at with regard to your edge. Being sure to practice ahimsa, kindness, compassion, and non-harm towards yourself. If any thoughts or feelings arise, just allow them to be a part of the experience, neither going towards them or pushing them away, just letting them be. Exploring what it means to be the witness, to be an open presence. Few more moments. And take a deep inhale down into the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in down into the belly. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And staying present and aware very gently, using your hands to draw yourself up. You can gently use the hands to pick up the knees and draw the legs in towards you, and you can give the knees and legs a little hug into your chest and a little rock from side to side. And maybe you want to just open your legs as wide as the mat with a 90-degree bend at the knees and just gently windmill and rock the knees from side to side here, just loosening up the hips. And then when you're ready, very gently crossing the legs in front of you, and then come to roll forward onto your hands and knees. And then from here we're going to come into a little toe squat. So gently tuck all 10 toes under with the feet together, and see if you can get a nice bend through all the toes at the base of the foot. And to go deeper, you can very gently push your weight into the toes. And you can either stay here with your hands supporting you on the ground in front of you, or you can even come down a little bit further with the elbows on the ground, maybe resting your head on your hands. You can also try coming all the way up and sitting on the heels for something stronger. And again, just being careful to find the right intensity for you, making sure that it's not too much that it's causing pain or contraction or holding of the breath. So come to the point where the intensity is just right, that you can still breathe freely, that you're not wincing. and that you can allow yourself to soften into the experience. And when you found your stillness, just surrendering to the experience. Awareness is vast and open. You're sensing all parts of yourself. Noticing all the sensations coming from the feet and the toes. Notice if there are any parts of the body that are contracting or tightening, and see if you can breathe some spaciousness into those areas. Allowing the face, neck and shoulders to soften. The belly to soften. And if at any point the intensity becomes too much, and it's very normal for the intensity to sway and change within the postures, allow yourself very subtle and mindful micro adjustments to ease in and out as needed. And then remaining for some time. To explore the new position. Notice the nature of your thoughts and feelings. Whether there are any subtle expressions arising on the face. And take a slow, deep inhale down into the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in to the belly. And cathartic sigh out through the mouth. And if you're on your elbows, you can very gently come up onto your hands. Lift the bottom away from the feet, and then very slowly, in full awareness, just peeling the toes away from the ground, and just spend a few moments wriggling the toes, maybe batting the feet very gently against the ground. And if you need to do a few cat-cows, just to loosen the shoulders and spine here. Staying present in your transition, in your movement, aware of the ever-changing nature of sensations. And now we're going to come into dangling, which is a standing forward fold. When you're ready, tucking the feet under you again, and then using your hands to press yourself gently up into a forward fold, and walk your hands back towards your feet. And you can start with a little bend in the knees, and have the feet as wide as the hips, and the toes are facing forward, heels straight back. And if you're not quite touching the floor with your hands, you can try placing the hands on the pillow, or if you have a chair close by or a bed, you can also lean onto a stool or a bedside. If you want to go for something a little bit stronger, you can fold the arms in front of you and just dangle here with gravity. And if you want to increase the intensity, just very gently start to lift the sit bones up and lengthen, straighten up through the knees, allowing the whole spine to dangle without any holding or tension. Just let everything hang down, the head and the neck getting heavy and spacious. And the final option here for anyone who wants to take it is to take the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers together, allowing the arms to drop like a weight behind the back. And only do this if you can do it comfortably without having to sort of hold the arms with any muscular strength. They should just be able to dangle. So this will only be accessible to those who have quite a deep forward fold. And once you've found your final position, again, just really settling in, finding your stillness so that you can really sense what's happening in the body. Start to notice what this feels like. Notice the sensation of the position of the body, the feeling of the earth beneath your feet. Notice where the areas of stretch are arising from. And seeing if there are any tensions or holdings or contractions that you can soften. Softening through the back of the legs, the hips, and all the way along the spine, back of the neck. Allow all the facial features to melt away and the eyeballs to get heavy in their socket. And notice what the breath is up to. And seeing if you can invite some space into the breath. Allow the breath to slow down, deepen and elongate. And again, just really tuning in to the intensity here of the sensation and making sure that you're within your edge and that you are comfortable within the discomfort. So if you're past your discomfort threshold, there'll be areas of contraction and holding in the breath. You might be wincing in the face. And if that's the case, just allow yourself to ease out, come a little bit higher, maybe find something to perch your hands on or bend the knees slightly. present moment awareness. Noticing things as they are, as they unfold. Observing the nature of thoughts, of emotions and feelings, bodily sensations, personality in the sense of I. Few more moments. Surrendering any last holding in the body, in the breath. And then when you're ready, releasing the hands down to the ground in front of you and just bending the knees. And you can bend and open the legs a few times just to release the legs. And then we're going to come into a low lunge, or what we call the dragon pose. So, from the front of your mat, taking a big step back with your right foot. And then dropping the knee down to the ground, releasing the back foot, toes away from you. Bringing your hands down either side of your front foot. And then bending 90 degrees in the front knee. Allow your hips to sink down and forward. And keep the body upright here and the shoulders gently rolling back and down away from the ears. And just allow the front of the groin, front of the thigh to open as you sink the hips forward and down. And feel free to take the pillow to perch the hands on if you need a little bit more height. Really sinking in and embodying this posture, noticing what it feels like. Notice the areas being opened and stretched. Notice if there are any areas of holding, of tension. Allow your awareness of those areas to create some space and to soften.
if you're noticing any pain or discomfort in your back knee, feel free to take the pillow and cushion the back knee.
And checking in with your breath, noticing what the breath is up to. And again, inviting in a sense of calm and ease into the breath and body. Aware of the ever-changing nature of the experience of the sensations of the body, the feelings of thoughts as they come and go. Allowing yourself to really establish yourself as witness nature. Open awareness. Few more moments. And take a deep breath into the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in to the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And then from here, you can tuck the back toes under, lift the hips very gently away from the ground, and then we're going to step the left leg back into a downward facing dog, or straight into child's pose or tabletop if that's more accessible to you. Just swaying the hips, maybe doing some cat-cows in tabletop. And then when you're ready, we'll take it to the other side. So this time your right leg steps all the way forward between the hands. And then you're dropping the left knee down to the ground, releasing the back foot and toes behind you. And the front knee or right knee is at a 90-degree bend. And you're allowing your hips to sink forward and down towards the ground until you feel a nice stretch through the groin and the front of the thigh. Allow the upper body to stay upright and the shoulders to roll back and down. And again, just sinking your awareness onto the present moment experience. Notice what the body feels like. Feeling and sense of position. The areas of stretch and tension. Checking in if there are areas of holding, contraction. Allow that awareness to soften those areas open. Noticing all your facial features and the feeling of your eyes, the neck and shoulders and arms. Feeling in the chest and the belly. And deep inside the hips, whole body softening. Whole body awareness. Notice your breath, the feeling of the breath. And any emotions or sensations of like or dislike. And we're just turning our attention, opening up our awareness to the subtler reactions in the body without judging. Noticing all the flavors of our personality, our thoughts, our ideas. Allow everything to simply be a wave in the ocean of your consciousness. Allowing yourself to stay completely connected to the ocean of presence that resides within your heart. And again, just checking in with the sensation of intensity in the posture, seeing if there's any scope to sink in a little deeper or maybe draw back according to your needs, mindfully, just enough to find the right depth for you. Few more breaths. taking a slow, deep inhale down into the belly. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath into the belly. And big sigh out through the mouth. And very gently and mindfully, just allow the back foot to tuck under. Draw the hips gently away from the ground. And then stepping your front leg all the way back, either into downward facing dog or tabletop, or a moment in child's pose. And you can stay here in stillness or take a few gentle rocks with the hip and spine, paddling the feet out if you need in down dog. And then when you feel ready, just allowing yourself to come down onto your knees, cross the legs behind you, and then just come all the way onto your bottom. And we're going to come to lying on our back. So allow yourself to come all the way onto your back and hug the knees into your chest, and just take a gentle rock here from side to side. Feeling the earth beneath you as you gently massage your spine and back. And then we're going to take supine pigeon pose. So we're going to take the right ankle and we're going to place it onto the left thigh, close to the knee. So we're making a slight figure 4. And then you're going to weave your right hand through the legs and take either the front of the knee or the back of the thigh, whatever feels more accessible and comfortable for you. And then you're going to slowly draw that left thigh or knee towards your body and keep the right foot flexed at the ankle and quite active as you draw the legs towards you. Keeping the spine nice and soft. Take a moment just to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And you can gently draw the tailbone back down to the ground as you draw the legs towards you for a slightly deeper stretch here. And once you've found your position, falling into your stillness, coming into a deep sense of perceiving and feeling, aware of your body. Allowing any areas of tension to soften and melt away. Allowing the breath to regulate, become smooth and steady and deep. And just gently watching the changing sensations, the passing thoughts, any emotions that come and go. Notice what the feeling is in the posture. Is there a subtle like or dislike? Are there any subtle expressions arising in the face, in the eyes? Can you allow your whole personality to soften and melt away? Giving way to pure presence, pure awareness. In a few more moments, getting really quiet, listening deeply to all the subtle aspects of the self. Allowing yourself to remain present for every passing breath, every passing thought and feeling. And take a slow, deep inhale down into the belly. Big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in into the belly. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And mindfully releasing the hands, releasing the legs. You can take a few moments just rocking the knees from side to side, so placing the feet as wide as the mat, 90-degree bend at the knees, and a gentle rock from side to side. And maybe a gentle hug of the knees into the chest. And then we'll take it to the other side. So this time the left ankle comes on top of the right thigh, close to the knee, keeping a strong flex at the left ankle joint. And then we're weaving the left hand through the legs and taking hold of your right knee or back of thigh, and also with the right hand. And then drawing the legs towards you, allowing the shoulders to relax down and back away from the ears, allowing the whole spine and sacrum to sink back down towards the ground as you ease the legs towards you, softening through the hips. And then surrendering into your stillness. sensing all the sensations arising from the body. Notice the feeling of the earth beneath you. The touch of the clothes against your skin. The shape of your body. The feeling of stretch and tension. Are there any areas of holding or muscular contraction? Checking into those areas that we often hold, the shoulders and neck, features in the face, the head space, the heart space. Allow the whole body to soften down to the ground. Staying ever present, ever aware, wakeful and alert as the body relaxes. The mind relaxes, and presence really comes to the forefront. Allowing yourself to get really quiet and present with the breath. Listening to the breath gently. Allowing the breath to regulate itself. Few more moments. Open attention and awareness to the present experience. Take a deep breath in. Slow sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And very gently, mindfully releasing the hands and legs. And again, just placing the feet down as wide as the mat, a 90-degree bend at the knees and a gentle rock of the knees from side to side. And then when you're ready, again hugging the knees into the chest and rocking your body softly from side to side. We're going to come into a supine twist here. So allow yourself to place the feet down by your bottom, the hands by your side. And if you want to go for a deeper twist, just pick up your bottom from the ground and just place it a few inches to the left. And then we're going to allow the knees to drop all the way to the right. And open the arms up into a wide T. And we're looking over the opposite shoulder, your left shoulder. And you can stay here in this position, or if you want, you can take the pillow and you can place it between the thighs, between the legs. Or you can bind the legs for a deeper twist. Or you can even have the option of straightening the bottom leg down and away from you to allow the top leg to come further across. And once you've found your preferred position, making sure that you're comfortable here, allow your whole body to sink down into the ground. And completely surrender to non-doing. Letting go of the body and the breath. Everything is but a momentary arising. In the space of your awareness. And your true nature is ever present, ever conscious, eternal. which cannot be named, cannot be objectified. And taking a slow, deep inhale into your belly. Slow sigh out through the mouth. Again, deep breath in to the belly. And sigh it out through the mouth. Very gently drawing your head back to center, drawing the legs back to center, just aligning the spine and hugging the knees in and rocking here from side to side. And let's take it to the other side, so placing both feet back on the ground, close to the hips. Lift the hips up and inch them a few inches across to the right hand side. And then allow your knees to drop over to the left. And your head is turning gently to the opposite direction. And again, you can have the pillow between the thighs and knees, or you can bind the legs. Or if you want, you can straighten the bottom leg away from you to allow the top leg to come a little bit further and deeper into the twist. And open the arms into a wide T, allow the shoulders to sink back, the whole spine to soften down to the ground. Surrender here. Letting go of the body, the breath, and the mind. Entering into a state of non-doing and just being. Presence, awareness. ever present and ever aware. Your true nature is ineffable, indescribable. The self is ever elusive to the mind and can't be grasped. And it can only simply be what it is. The very foundation of your existence. Pure consciousness, existence, bliss, ever-present nature. And take a deep breath into your belly. And slow sigh through the mouth. And again, deep breath into your belly. And slow sigh through the mouth. And staying mindful and aware, so allowing your head to turn gently back to center. And drawing the legs back to center and giving them a little hug into the chest and a rock from side to side. And then final resting pose, Shavasana. And I'll give you the option here to either place the pillow beneath the knees to have a slight bend in the knees, or if you want to go for a very gentle hip opener, groin and psoas opener, then you can place the pillow under the sacrum, under the hips. Or if you want a little heart opener, then you can place the pillow either single or double folded right behind the heart space. So make sure wherever you put it that it's gentle, it's not too intense. And just see that your Shavasana is restful. Allow the shoulders to draw away from the ears, the palms to roll out and slightly away from the body. The feet are as wide as the mat and the thighs and the toes are rolling out to the side. And if you need, lift up the head and just create some space in the back of the neck And likewise, you can lift up the hips, tuck the tailbone, and create some space in the lower spine. And once you're settled, allow the whole body to surrender. Whole body relaxes. Releasing the breath, allowing the body to breathe for you. Empty the headspace and allow the eyes to sink back. Feeling the weight of the body and the contact points with the earth getting heavier and heavier, sinking down into the earth. All the facial features are melting away. Your whole personality is melting down into the ground, becoming a part of nature. Witnessing yourself as a part of nature, just existing, just here. And your breath is like the ebb and flow of the soft ocean waves. body like a lotus flower floating on a pond. Your mind is the vast sky. The vast sky. And you are nature. A microcosm within the macrocosm. Just taking a moment to sense the magnificence of the body, the wonder of the breath, the intelligence of the mind. And as you witness the awe and the inspiration of your whole being, send yourself a little gratitude for the wonder that is you, for the joy that is you. Give yourself a soft and deep smile. And allow waves of loving kindness to ripple through your body. And take a deep breath into the belly. Slow sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in to the belly. And slow sigh out through the mouth. And very gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Seeing the body animate and come to life. Watching the head as it rocks from side to side. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, taking a big stretch, lifting the arms overhead, pointing the toes away from you, whole body yawn. And as you sigh it out, draw the knees one last time into the chest, give them a big hug, and rock yourself from side to side, removing the pillow if you need to. And then rocking all the way onto your favorite side, whichever side is calling you. Spend a few moments on your side, finding your stillness here, and just checking in. How are you feeling? And then very gently coming up and finding your seat. A comfortable cross-legged seat, maybe perching up on the pillow, keeping the eyes closed. Find a nice tall spine and allow the shoulders to roll away from the ears. Softness in the body, in the eyes. A gentle smile in the heart. And bring the palms together in front of the heart space, as if you're cupping a small lotus. Spending a few moments here in gratitude. Just giving yourself thanks for stepping onto the mat, taking the time to inquire and to be with yourself. And extend that love and that gratitude out to everyone out there in their homes today. Send them lots of love, warm fuzzy vibrations. And sending your love and gratitude out to the whole universe and all the elements. And bringing the palms between the eyes, one final deep inhale. And slow mindful exhale. And thank you very much for your practice. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.